Okay, how's it going, guys? This is Rio Murata, photographer based in Tokyo. It's such a hot day today, so did not know that this would be the day that it would be, but I knew it was coming and I thought it would be coming sooner or later, but it just came today. So this is actually my last day shooting with Fuji's Pro 160 NS. So much to talk about this film stock, but I will try to make it short and sweet for you guys. So this was actually my first film stock that I used when I purchased my GW690 in Tokyo, actually. So how should I say it? This film stock is a really unique film stock due to the fact that it was probably a budget-friendly film stock offered from Fujifilm, period. And probably anyone who had access to this film stock, I think it's accessible back in the days or before it was being, sort of like killed by Fujifilm. You could purchase this like film stock for roughly $40 or maybe $38 converting back to like US dollars from Japanese yen. And it's been sort of like a beginner friendly film stock, which sort of rivaled with the Kodak portrait series, the portrait 160 actually, but it's much cheaper than that, especially in Japan. However, it was being discontinued and my stock was actually dwindling, and today was sort of the last day to shoot with this film stock, and I thought, like, why not make a video on it? So however, ever since it was discontinued, I thought hard, really, where should I shoot my what I call two rolls of Fuji 160 NS, and not being sentimental or anything, but I thought, why not like shoot this film stock at Tokyo Forums, because that is basically the area where it sort of bridges the gap between Japan and the international countries around, because that's where the international convention takes place, conferences and stuff like that, where the important things gets decided. And I thought Fujifilm actually would perform really well in this area, specifically compared to Kodak, due to the fact that that area is sort of like cyan, bluish, and green. There's like greenery around that area, and Kodak wouldn't perform poorly actually in that area, and this is actually where Fujifilm will shine its Fuji green and cyans if you shoot around that area. So I thought, let's shoot around that area. So this area in particular, the Tokyo Forum, is actually located along the Yurakucho line, and there's basically, it's a subway line. I think the color is like gold yellow if I'm right, and you can basically access Tokyo Forums if you use the subway line. It's basically connected, so you can basically use the tunnel system to access to Tokyo Forum directly instead of walking in the hot sun. So that's like something to mention. And also, like, you can actually walk above ground. It'll still take like 5 to 10 minutes. It's really nearby actually, and it's a great location to chill and just sit around. There's a lot of places to sit actually. In particular, it has been bombarded by Instagrams. You guys probably seen a lot of people like shooting this area with not their film cameras, but with their digital cameras. Ugh. But yeah, not many people shoot with a film camera around this area, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to shoot. And yeah, so yeah, last day shooting with Fuji NS160, I forgot to say Pro, at Tokyo Forums, along with my GW690, precious GW690, and probably this is actually going to be my last time shooting with this film stock, period. So let's get going. Going a little bit off topic, but during my visit to Tokyo Forums, on the first floor actually, they were doing sort of like a photography gallery, which was really interesting, of the 50 years history of Okinawa. You guys probably know but don't know, but Okinawa is actually a location where Japan actually sort of like lost the war. That's actually one of the areas where Japan lost the war, and basically the American troops took over Okinawa. And after we lost the war, due to, who was it, General MacArthur or someone who from the GHQ actually, who was basically the leader and trying to like implement American sort of like law and forcing it into the Japanese like public. Actually, Okinawa is sort of like a disputed area where the American Air Force is actually located, and there has been lots of incidents of cases where there has been this sort of like problems arising. I mean, not like attacking the Americans or anything, because they're helping us out to like protect the, you know, territory from outer threats. But there has been this dispute going on for the past 50 years, and there was a sort of like a gallery going on actually, sort of like documenting the sort of like the timeline of famous incidents that happened in Okinawa. And it was a really interesting art exhibit actually. They were being shot in sort of like color negatives and also in black and white, which was interesting. And because, like I said, it's actually where I think I don't know the exact number, but I think 1/4 of the area is actually belongs to the American like Navy, or American like what you call Air Force, or I don't know what you would call it, but. And there has been this dispute going on, when are we going to get that territory back from the United States, but the Japanese government's like, we need this protection, and there has been this debate going on. So it was actually interesting like art exhibit that I found during my visit to the Tokyo Forums. And I'm like curious if you guys are like interested in art exhibits, like me visiting to like different art exhibits. The great thing about being in Tokyo is that we have like so many art museums and photography galleries happening periodically, that it's impossible for me to like cover everything. But once in a while it might be a great idea to like visit those areas. I'm curious about you guys. Are you interested in those like types of areas? So yeah, please leave in the comments in the area below if you're interested in museums and stuff like that, photography galleries. There's actually a famous one in Ibisu, if I'm right. So I'm not sure if I can shoot videos in that location. So yeah, so Fujifilm's Pro 160 NS, I have shot every single roll, and now I have like 0 right now. And it's unfortunate to see this film go by, because this has been sort of like the entry point into medium format. If you purchase a medium format, probably this is basically the first film stock that you would ever purchase in your life if you live in Japan, or if you live in, back when they sold in I think Europe and Australia. And due to its like affordable price, it's like what, 20-30% cheaper than the Kodak's lineup. And honestly, now 2022, the only budget option is the Kodak Gold 200, which is freaking expensive in Japan actually. I think in the United States it costs $45. In Japan it costs like $70, which is a ripoff actually. So, and I kind of am going to like miss Fujifilm, because officially Fujifilm's not in the medium format game. Well, they're in the digital field, cough cough, but I mean, film color negative wise, they don't make any color negatives anymore. And all those people who shot with Fujifilm are going towards Kodak or maybe CineStill, which is starting to like produce more medium format film. And there has been this sort of shift, while there are companies like stopping film stocks being sold. There are other companies like CineStill doing their best actually, trying to make new films sort of like an affordable price to the public, and more opportunities, more chances, more giving people the alternatives of having to shoot with medium format film. And I mean, Fujifilm literally has no medium format color negatives, and I wish Fujifilm listens to this video, because probably, if I'm right, if they make a Superior 400 medium format version at an affordable price, that's probably gonna sell like bucket loads. And I actually commented on someone's like video actually a long time ago before Kodak released the Kodak Gold 200 for medium format, that if Kodak makes a gold version of the 120, they will sell shitloads. And they basically did what I said actually. And where's that comment that I wrote? Oh yeah, I think it's right here. So hopefully Kodak saw that. So hopefully Fujifilm sees this video, and hopefully if they had the time and effort, and if they still have that pride as a film company, because their name has the film word within their, you know, official name actually, I wish they make a superior 400 medium format, because if they can pull it off, if Kodak can pull it off with the gold, they could probably pull it off with a superior 400. So I have high expectation if they make it happen. I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed actually. So yeah, I went off topic, but hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I mean, keep shooting, keep trying, keep failing at the same time. The more you fail, the more you're gonna succeed, especially in life and in your photography projects. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave it in the area below. Happy to reply. We'll see you next time. Peace.